Hello and very good morning everyone. Welcome to SSB Crack Exams. I am Sakshi and let's discuss daily current affairs as on 14th August 2020. But before that, let me introduce you with SSB Crack Exams. It is one-stop solution for all the major defense-related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army. And for more details, you can always visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you can get the entire package for courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on our social media platforms Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Telegram for instant defense updates and notifications. You can also download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So guys, let's start our session with the question of the day. So in the yesterday's session, I asked you what are the function of CBDT, Central Board for Direct Taxes. So the Central Board of Direct Taxes, it is a statutory body. It is a statutory body which is functioning under which act? Which is functioning under Central Board of Revenue Act 1963. And this act makes it statutory body. It is a part of Government of India under the Department of Revenue under the Ministry of Finance. So basically, Central Board of Direct Taxes, it provides essential inputs where in policy and planning of obviously direct taxes in India, and it is also responsible for administration of direct taxes laws through Income Tax Department. It collaborates with Income Tax Department and also administer the direct control of direct tax law. And it is famously known as Financial Action Task Force Unit. So let me tell you the function. First of all, it formulates the various policies related to the taxes. Obviously, second, the supervision of entire income tax department is done by CBDT only. It also deals with the matters related to levying and collecting direct taxes. Also, it suggests legislative changes in the direct tax enactments to the policymakers, also the rates and also various reforms. And such reform we saw yesterday with the transparent taxation, and this entire topic we have covered in a separate video. You can go to our channel and watch that video for the complete and a detailed analysis of what is transparent taxation. Please go to the channel and watch the video. It is very, very important. Now let's start our session with the first news that we have today. First of all, Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju ji, he is going to launch Fit India Freedom Run, and he is going to launch it today. What it is Fit India Freedom Run. So it will be launched by Sports Ministry and Union Sport Minister is Kiran Rijiju ji. So this run will take place from August 14 till October 2nd, which is the anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji. So under this, participant can take part at their own places anywhere at any time of their convenience due to the COVID-19 situation. There is no time boundation. They can also break up their runs over several days in the period, and they can track their record on GPS, which is Global Positioning System, and or they can even watch and they can do it manually. So basically, this event is targeted to encourage the fitness among the masses while following the COVID-19 protocols as well. Now moving ahead to the next important update, major improvements in National Overseas Scholarship Scheme. Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has brought major improvement in National Overseas Scholarship Scheme. So what are the major improvements? Let's directly go to the points. First of all, the annual family income for National Overseas Scholarship Scheme. See, these improvements are done for SCs, scheduled caste only, right? So the annual family income limits for National Overseas Scholarship Scheme for scheduled caste students, it has been increased from rupees 6 lakhs to 8 lakhs. Now, in order to avail the scholarship, the SC, the scheduled caste students, the family income limit has been set to 8 lakh rupees. Second thing is students securing admission in higher ranking institution internationally. The students who are getting international ranking in the international institutions, they will be given preference for the scholarship. Apart from it, the minimum qualifying marks also have been increased from 55% to 60%. Now they'll have to score 60% in order to avail the scholarship. And Apart from it, various verification processes have been simplified, such as police verification has been done away with. In place of that, self-declaration has been introduced. The students can self-declare and self-verify themselves. There will be no police verification from now. Now the next update is Empowering Tribal, Transforming India. It is a dashboard and it is launched by Niti Aayog. It is launched by Niti Aayog, but it was developed by Ministry of Tribal Affairs. So it is an online performance dashboard and it is named as Empowering Tribals, Transforming India. So what it is an interactive dynamic online platform that showcases updated and real-time details of various policies of the ministry. And it will be showcasing 11 schemes of the ministry for achieving SDGs, that is Sustainable Development Goals. It also captures the performances of 5 scholarship schemes under the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, wherein every year about 30 lakh underprivileged SC, ST beneficiaries, they get benefits, and it is around 2500 crores. So basically it is an online platform for showcasing the details and real-time information about the various information of and various schemes about the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. So it was developed by Ministry of Tribal Affairs, okay, but it was launched by Niti Aayog with the collaboration of Niti Aayog. Now let's revise what is Niti Aayog. So I know everyone, it replaced Planning Commission of India, and it was in the year 2015 January when it replaced Planning Commission. So Niti Aayog stands for National Institution for Transforming India. It is a government of India's think tank. The chairperson is always Prime Minister. The chairperson of Niti Aayog is Prime Minister, and the aim is to achieve Sustainable Development Goal of United Nations. Also, to foster, this is the main point, to foster the cooperative federalism through structural support initiatives and mechanisms, and cooperative federalism between the states and the union, and also recognizing that the strong states make a strong nation. Now guys, the next news is Assam government is about to launch Arunodoi scheme. So it is Assam government, it is all set to roll out the Arunodoi scheme from October 2, which is the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji. So the scheme is going to provide the financial assistance. It is a financial assistance scheme which will be giving the financial assistance to poor people or the eligible people, and through the DBT, direct benefit transfer. So it will be covering around 17 lakh families in the state, and this would be the largest direct benefit transfer scheme till date in the state of Assam. So under this scheme, amount of rupees 830 rupees will be given to the eligible families per month. Okay, 830 rupees per month, and this will be given to buy essential food items. Amount will be transferred to their bank account directly, and that too to the nominated woman of the family. The amount will be given to the bank account of the nominated woman to the family. Who can apply under the scheme? The applicants should be the resident of the state and should be residing in the state. The second eligibility is the family income. The household income of the applicant for this scheme should not exceed rupees 2 lakh per annum. This is the second eligibility. The third one is preference shall be given to the specially abled nominated females, widows, divorced, unmarried females, separate females, and specially abled household members. So priority will be given to these people. So the main aim of this scheme is to take care of the financial problem of the poor and the below poverty line BPL families in the state with substantial financial support. So it is a financial assistance scheme giving the money through DBT, and the name of the scheme is Arunodoi scheme, and it is a scheme of Assam. These are the key points. Now, as we all know, India is going to celebrate the 74th Independence Day tomorrow. On the eve of Independence Day, every year, President of India addresses the nation. Today, President Ramnath Kovind ji, he is going to address the nation. So this address will be broadcasted from 7 p.m. onwards on the entire national network of All India Radio and overall Doordarshan channels in both the languages. And on the 15th August, Prime Minister will address the nation and Prime Minister will give his speech where? In the Red Fort. Okay guys, so it is time to know the current COVID-19 situation as per 13th August. So the total confirmed cases are 23,96,637. Active cases are 6,53,622. The cured cases have reached to 16,95,982 and deaths have reached to 47,033. So let's revise this session with the questions and the quiz. So it is time for quiz. Try to answer these questions. So the first question in front of you is, the annual family income limit for National Overseas Scholarship Scheme for SC scheduled caste student is 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 8 lakhs or 9 lakh. So the correct answer is 8 lakh. Before it was 6 lakh, but now it is changed to 8 lakh. Now the next question is, Empowering Tribals Transforming India dashboard, online dashboard, it is developed by which of the following? A. Ministry of Tribal Affairs, B. Niti Aayog, C. Ministry of IT and D. Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So the correct answer for this is Ministry of Tribal Affairs has developed this and Niti Aayog has launched this particular online dashboard. Next question is, Niti Aayog replaced which of the following? A. NDC, B. Planning Commission, C. Finance Commission and D. Investment Commission. So Niti Aayog, when it was brought up, it replaced Planning Commission of India. Now the next question is, Arunodoi scheme pertains to which of the following states? A. Arunachal Pradesh, B. Assam, C. Sikkim and D. Odisha. So the correct answer for this is, it is Assam, where Assam government has announced that it is going to launch the Arunodoi scheme for direct benefit transfer and it will be giving the financial assistance to the eligible families. Now guys, it is time for question of the day. Try to answer this question in the comment section. So the question is, what are the Sustainable Development Goal SDGs? So try to answer this question in the comment section. We'll discuss the complete and in detail answer in the next session. I'll see you in the next session. Till then, work hard. Jai Hind.